The Bahrain vs Qatar clash is one of the most intriguing regional matchups in modern cricket, a contest shaped not only by skill and preparation but also by geographic proximity, sporting ambition, and the steady rise of the game across the Gulf region. Whenever these two sides step onto the field, there is more at stake than just another fixture on the schedule. It represents pride, progress, and the desire to establish dominance in a rapidly developing cricket landscape where associate nations are investing heavily in infrastructure, youth programs, and competitive exposure. Both Bahrain and Qatar have worked tirelessly to elevate their standards, and when they meet in a T20 encounter, the intensity reflects that shared journey of growth. The atmosphere surrounding such a match often carries a derby-like edge, with players aware that regional rivalries can define reputations and inspire future generations of cricketers back home. In the shortest format of the game, the margins are razor-thin, and every run saved or boundary struck can alter the direction of the contest in an instant. Bahrain's approach to T20 cricket has often been built around structured batting foundations combined with bursts of calculated aggression. Their top order typically aims to establish a stable platform in the power play overs, balancing risk with responsibility. Rather than swinging wildly from ball one, they often assess conditions quickly, determining whether the pitch favors seam movement, spin grip, or true bounce. If the surface is flat and conducive to stroke play, Bahrain's openers are capable of accelerating rapidly, targeting gaps square of the wicket and capitalizing on fielding restrictions. On trickier surfaces, however, they have shown patience, focusing on strike rotation and minimizing dot balls, understanding that preserving wickets in hand allows for a strong push in the final overs. The middle order becomes the engine room of their innings, where partnerships are carefully constructed and tempo adjustments are made according to match situation. In T20 cricket, adaptability is crucial, and Bahrain's batters have learned that sometimes a measured approach in overs 7 to 14 can lay the groundwork for a late surge that propels the total beyond expectations. Qatar, meanwhile, has often embraced a more aggressive mindset, particularly in the early stages of the innings. Their batting lineup frequently features players who are comfortable taking on bowlers in the power play, attempting to seize momentum before the opposition can settle into rhythm. Quick starts can apply immense pressure, forcing captains to rethink bowling rotations and field placements. However, aggression must be tempered with awareness, because early wickets can quickly expose the middle order and stall momentum. Qatar's ability to balance fearless hitting with strategic shot selection often determines how competitive their totals become. Their middle-over strategy frequently revolves around maintaining a healthy run rate through proactive running between the wickets and selective boundary hunting. In high-pressure regional contests, the psychological component cannot be underestimated. Players are acutely aware that performances in such fixtures are remembered longer than routine matches, and this awareness can either inspire brilliance or create tension. The side that channels that energy positively usually gains the upper hand. Bowling in a Bahrain vs Qatar encounter often dictates the narrative arc of the match. T20 cricket rewards bowlers who possess variation, composure, and clarity of plan. Bahrain's bowling attack has typically emphasized disciplined lines and lengths, seeking to restrict easy scoring opportunities and build pressure through dot balls. Their seamers often rely on subtle changes in pace, using cutters and back-of-the-hand slower deliveries to disrupt timing. In the death overs, precision yorkers aimed at the base of the stumps become vital weapons. A single over conceding too many runs can undo earlier hard work, so execution under pressure is paramount. Bahrain spinners, when conditions allow, aim to exploit middle-over phases by targeting the stumps and varying trajectory. Spin bowling in T20 is not merely about containment. It is about deception, tempting batters into risky strokes that result in mistimed lofted shots or sharp catches in the deep. Qatar's bowling strategy frequently mirrors their batting aggression, with an emphasis on early breakthroughs. Their pace bowlers often attack the stumps in the power play, seeking movement and bounce to unsettle openers. If they secure early wickets, they can dictate tempo and force the opposition into consolidation mode. Qatar's spin options, meanwhile, become crucial in the middle overs, especially on slower pitches common in the region. The ability to read batter intentions, adjust lengths swiftly, and anticipate innovative strokes such as reverse sweeps or ramps adds another layer to their tactical arsenal. Fielding remains a decisive factor in closely matched T20 contests, and both Bahrain and Qatar understand that athleticism can tilt outcomes. Quick reflexes inside the circle prevent easy singles, while boundary riders must judge high catches under pressure and save crucial runs with well-timed dives. A run-out created through sharp awareness can shift momentum dramatically. In regional rivalries, energy in the field often becomes contagious, lifting teammates and amplifying crowd involvement. Captains play a strategic chess match throughout the innings, adjusting fields ball by ball based on batter tendencies and match context. The toss can significantly influence decisions. On surfaces where dew becomes a factor later in the evening, chasing might offer advantages, as wet conditions can make gripping the ball difficult for bowlers. Conversely, if the pitch is expected to slow down as the match progresses, batting first and posting a competitive total can apply scoreboard pressure that proves decisive. Bahrain's captain might opt for a conservative start followed by a calculated push, whereas Qatar's leader may encourage early dominance to set the tone. Tactical flexibility is essential because T20 rarely follows a predictable script. Momentum swings are frequent, and resilience becomes a defining trait. Beyond the technical aspects, this matchup highlights cricket's expansion across the Gulf. Both nations have embraced the sport as part of their broader sporting vision, investing in facilities and grassroots programs. Competitive fixtures between neighboring countries accelerate development by providing meaningful exposure and testing depth. Young players watching such games see tangible pathways to international representation, fueling ambition and dedication. The growth of cricket in non-traditional markets underscores the format's accessibility and entertainment value. T20, with its condensed timeline and dramatic finishes, attracts diverse audiences and creates opportunities for emerging nations to challenge established hierarchies. In a Bahrain versus Qatar clash, the middle overs often determine the eventual trajectory. If batters manage to rotate strike consistently and avoid clusters of dot balls, they maintain control. However, if bowlers string together tight overs, pressure accumulates and risky shots become inevitable. This phase becomes a subtle battle of patience and calculation. The final overs then bring the spectacle to its peak. Batters attempt innovative strokes, clearing boundaries with power or improvisation.